Hello students, welcome to English grammar session of grade 7. We have already practiced nouns, right? We have done all types of nouns, understanding the difference between the particular noun sets, right? Common noun, proper noun, concrete, abstract, then collective, compound, countable, uncountable. Then we understood the cases, the noun cases, right? Like the subjective case, objective case, and then the possessive case, where we understood the importance of an apostrophe playing a very, very major role in showing the possession by a noun of the other. Today, we are going to attempt some tasks as given in your book. Before we attempt all the tasks, I'm going to read out few collective nouns to you, because you remember I told you that collective nouns we can learn only and only by listening or reading them as much as possible, right? So I'm going to read it out to you before we attempt the task. So for people, we can say a choir of singer. Choir is actually the group of people who sing. Then board of directors. Directors are many people and they come together, so their group is known as the board. Class of pupils, so you all are students, right? So you all come together, so class. You know that, when you sit together, that group is called the class. The gang of thieves, so all the thieves, right, who are caught by the police, who are actually doing this bad practice together. So this group will be called as the gang of thieves. The doctrine of doctors, right? So all the doctors group will be called as doctrine. The staff of employees, you know that all the people working together, right, or the colleagues, they coming together, the group will be called as the staff. The circle of friends, so you have many friends in your circle, right? So those friends coming together are actually called circle of friends. The caravan of travelers, so travelers, people who travel together, their group is called caravan. The patrol of policemen, right? So policemen who are actually coming in a group, as a group, are called the patrol, Patrol. Then the crew of sailors and the people who sail in the crews, right, in the ships. These are the sailors and the group is called as the crew. A team of players, so any team it is, whether the cricket team or the badminton team, football team or basketball team, right? A team remains a team because it has so many players involved in it. The bevy of ladies, and the people, the ladies, the females coming together, right? So, they have the parties together. That group of ladies will be called the bevy. Now the animals. So a litter of cubs. Cubs are actually the children of the lion, right? You know that. So their group will be called as the litter. The pack of wolves. Okay, wolves, a group will be called as the pack. The school of whales. Whales are the marine animals. You know that the largest animal, existing animal so far on the earth. And their group is called as the school. The shoal of fish, right? Shoal of fish. Actually, a shoal is a group of fish that has all the different species in it. So it can also have the shrimps, right, or other aquatic animals involved in it. But when we talk about school of whales or school of fish, that school will remain associated with one particular type of fish. And when we say shoal becomes like it may include other aquatic or marine animals as well, along with some fish, right? We also say pod of dolphins, right? So mammals, like whales are also mammals and dolphins are also mammals. So for marine mammals group, we use pod, P-O-D, pod. So pod of dolphins. Stud of horses, right? So all the group of horses is actually called stud, S-T-U-D. Flock of sheep, right? A flock of sheep. An army of ants, right? So ants, the small insects, their group is called the army. A herd of cattle. Cattle is actually used for any grazing animal, right? So when these grazing animals are coming together, as in cattle you have some cows, buffaloes, goats, sheep, horses, donkeys, all these cattle are actually, they are all domestic animals, right? So a person, a peasant or a farmer can also have 2 3 goats, 2 3 cows, 2 3 buffaloes, 2 3 sheep, right? A pair of donkey and a horse, and he just leaves. So it is actually a cattle because they all are grass feeding animals. So for cattle we use the herd. A hive of bees. So bees make their houses in those hives, which are actually their homes, right? Made up of honey, right? So that is called the hive. A cluster of spiders. So the group of spiders is called the cluster of spiders. A flight of birds. Birds group is considered as or recognized as the flight. A brood of hens. The brood of hens, they lay eggs. So the group is called the brood. Now some things like a box of cereal, right? A carton of milk, a piece of cheese, a slice of bread, a bar of chocolate, a can of soda, a bottle of milk, a bowl of rice, a galaxy of stars, a forest of trees, a group of islands, and a fleet of ships. So these are the collective terminology used for the things, right? Now let's go ahead and attend our tasks which are given there in the book, right? So the first task says, underline and write the nouns and their types from the story given below. So there is a story given in your book, right? And what we have to do as per the task, we have to pick the nouns and write their types. So let's do it. The story goes like this. Once there was an old man who lived with his 3 sons. So what nouns do you find here? You find man and sons, and these are the common nouns. The eldest one was Rublal, the middle was Nathu, and the youngest one was Lalji. So here you see 3 people named specifically, right? So these are the proper nouns. So the names of these 3 sons, right? Ruplal, Nathu, and Lalji becomes what? It becomes the proper noun. One day, the old man said, so man is a common noun, I am going to die soon. There is no noun here. I want to distribute my camels between you, he said. Right? So camels is a common noun because it is a name of an animal. Ruplal will have half of the camels. Here again, camels is a common noun, whereas Ruplal, which is a proper name of a man, is a proper noun. Nathu will have 1/3 of the camels and Lalji will have 1/9 of the camels. So all the names of the people, Nathu and Lalji, are the proper nouns where camel remains the common noun here. After some days, days is actually a common noun, right? The old man died. Man is a common noun. The sons were very sad. So sons is actually what? Common noun. Plural common noun, yeah? The next day, day is a common noun. They shared the camels. Camels, again the common noun. They were very confused because there were 17 camels, right? So again, only the common noun, camels. The 3 sons were not satisfied. Sons, common noun. They started quarreling, right? So, quarreling is again a common noun because it is a name of an action. I told you the ing word, so it is actually a gerund, right? So it is used as a noun here. Quarrel is a verb with ing suffix. It is converted into a gerund, that is a noun. They tapped the feet on the ground. So tapped is an action, and what are they tapping? Feet. So feet is a common noun. Where? On the ground. Ground becomes the common noun again. When the quarrel reached overhead, suddenly a man came with 1 camel. Now again, the quarrel is what? An abstract noun because this is an action, right? So here it is used as a name of an activity. So quarrel becomes the noun, and a man came with 1 camel, right? So this is man is actually a common noun and camel again a common noun. He said to the boys, again a common noun, why are you quarreling? Ruplal told the whole story. Now Ruplal is the proper noun and story is the common noun. The man said, take my camel. Man is the common noun. camel, again the common noun. The sons was very pleased because there were now 18 camels. Sons and camels are common noun. Ruplal took a half means 9 camels. Right? So Ruplal, proper noun, camels, again the common noun. Nathu took 1/3 means 6 camels. Nathu, proper noun, and camels, common noun. Lalji took 1/9 means 2 camels. Lalji, proper noun, and camels, common noun. They were very surprised because 1 camel was still left. Camel, again the common noun. The man took the camel and went away. Moral of the story, everything can be settled in a friendly manner if we try. Right? So it is a very, very nice story which actually gave us the moral, and we were able to spot many common nouns out of the story with some specific names, that is the proper nouns, right? Now our second task says fill in the blanks with suitable collective nouns for the given nouns. So we have already read through a group of collective nouns. Now let's see if you can find it. A dash of bees. So what would you like to write here? It will be hive. You remember what did we do for bees? We said it will be hive of bees, right? A dash of dancers. So what will you say? It will be a troop of dancers, right? So yeah, troop of dancers, right? A dash of ships, fleet of ships, right? For cars also we use the fleet only, right? A dash of sticks, so a bundle of sticks. And dash of soldiers, so it will be army of soldiers, right? A dash of students, a class of students. And then a dash of keys, it will be a bunch of keys. And a dash of birds will be a flock of birds. You remember? A flight or flock of birds. We can use anything which we want, right? So here we have done with our second task. Now let's do our third task. That is make abstract nouns by adding suffixes to the given words. So fair, the first one is fair, and fair will become fairness, right? So what do you have to add? N-E-S-S to make it an abstract noun. Fair will become fairness. Noble will become nobility, right? True will become truth. Argue will become argument. Appear will become appearance. So you remember all the suffixes which we practiced in our last session, right? So you can also try the same manner. So fair, fairness, noble, nobility, true, truth, argue, argument, and then appear, appearance. Sincere will turn into sincerity, right? Deep will become depth, and proof will become proof, right? Abstract noun, right? What is the proof of it, right? So this is actually irregular, which will be different. Now our next task says write the case of the underlined nouns in the following sentences. Case as in whether it is a subjective case, objective case, or possessive case. So let's read each and every sentence and find that which case does the noun mentioned in this belong to. Peter has a new book. Peter is a name and it is coming in the first position in the sentence. Hence it becomes a subjective case, right? When the sentence is beginning with a noun, that is a subjective case, right? So you will write subjective case in the very first blank. Then the second is there is nothing in the glass. Glass is falling at the end of the sentence, hence it will become the objective case, right? So there is nothing in the glass and glass is falling at the end. So it will become the objective case. He is a good player. Now he is actually the subject here, and player, which is used at the end of the sentence, is actually the object. So again, objective case. She knows English language. She is actually the pronoun. right? And language is falling at the end. It is a noun, hence it becomes the objective case again. This is my sister's dress. Now you have to see. The sisters is actually a possessive case here. So dress that belongs to sister, dress also becomes the possessive case. Because what is a possessive noun here? Sisters. So sisters is actually used with an apostrophe S here. Right? It means it's a possessive noun. So and the other noun, dress, which will belong to sister, will be the possessive case. He lives in London. So he is a pronoun, it is beginning the sentence, hence he will be the subject, but London is underlined, hence London will become objective case. My brother is watching TV. So my brother, actually it is falling in the beginning of the sentence, hence it will be the subjective case, right? Because the action is performed by the subject here. So my brother is watching the TV. Who is watching the TV? My brother is watching the TV, right? So it will become subjective case. Tony bought some flowers, right? So here Tony is a subjective case, but it is not underlined, so we don't have to worry about Tony. We have to write about the flowers because flowers is actually underlined, so you will write objective case for flowers, right? His wife likes ice cream, right? So whose wife likes ice cream? So whenever you give the answer of who, you know that you are actually answering the subjective case here. Yeah? Now let's do our last exercise, that is completing the following compound nouns with the help of the clues given below. So here are some words given and the blanks are left in front of them so that by reading the clues which are mentioned in front of them, you can actually convert them into the compound noun. So let's do it together. The first says a machine for washing dishes. And dish is the word which is given. So what do? We will just write washer. Dish washer is actually the compound noun, right? So it is actually a machine that is used for washing dishes. Okay. Hand dash. Then the clue which is given is a woman's purse. So what does a woman carry? It carries a hand bag, right? So what will you write in the second one? Hand bag. Then comes I and dash. It is actually, now I you can write, you can think of a lot of compound nouns, right? But the clue, we have to go by the clue. The clue says fold of skin over the eye, right? The fold of skin. So what is that? Eyelid, right? So here with the help of the clue which we are reading, we can understand that this will be eyelid. Bed dash. The time at which one goes to bed, that is the bedtime. Simple as that. Right, in the night there is bedtime, right? You sleep. Home dash. The school work done at home. Homework. You all students would know it the best, right? So here children, we are done with our first unit of our grammar chapter, studying all about the nouns. Very important in grade 7 for you to understand that identification of noun, I'm sure that you all will know, but how to use them in appropriate context is very, very important, right? So you should start practicing using all these noun concepts in your creative writing skills, right? And practice them, understand them, understand the terminology used like compound noun, abstract noun, possessive case, subjective case, or objective case. This is something exactly new which you are studying in grade 7, right? So you should just get familiar with these terminologies by practicing them regularly, right? In our next session, we'll begin with a new chapter, all right? Till that time, take care. Thank you.